Hello and happy Friday. I'm Jessica, the Furry Family Coach, and we are live on Facebook today. It is Friday, thank goodness, and I am going to take this opportunity to do a little rant. First, let me say, yes, this video is going to be about something I don't like, but that doesn't mean there are things out there there aren't things out there that I do like. And I actually sent an email to my newsletter yesterday about something that I really do like. It was actually a very unique item, and I got a lot of response from it. And if you want to know what that is, PM me your email address and I'll shoot it over to you. But with that said, today I'm talking about something I don't like. And this is possibly something, I know all of you have seen this. I printed out a little picture. I was going to take a picture on my phone while I was out today because my husband and I went to Costco, and it's possibly like his second favorite place in the world. And he's laughing in the background. We went to Costco and I saw a set of these, and I unfortunately did not have a strong enough signal to go live right there in Costco. Otherwise, I might have made a fool out of myself with everybody staring at me going live on Facebook. But this is what I saw, and these are like automatic. They're not like electronic feeders, but they're, I guess, considered automatic feeders because they have these like giant containers on the top that just use gravity to continue to feed and water your dog. And I don't like these for a number of reasons, and some of you can probably guess some of the reasons if you've been following me for any length of time. But let me tell you why I don't like these feeders. And actually, before I do that, let me say I understand why people would buy them. I totally get it. It makes feeding your dog less of a hassle. It's more convenient. You can put a giant bottle of water down for your dog, especially if you have a dog that likes to drink a lot. And my Alexa thought I was talking to her. So you can put a giant bottle of water down for your dog, and it may last them a few days or a week, especially if they're a really heavy drinker, and you're not constantly worried about your dog having an empty water bowl. But let me tell you why I don't like these, and let me start with the water. So I don't like these because your dog is not getting fresh water. And imagine if you had one cup that you were drinking your water or whatever it is you're drinking out of for the entire week, and you never washed it at all. You went an entire week. Can you imagine what would be the germs that would be in that cup by the end of the week? Like, some of you may be cringing right now even thinking about it, and I am, and my husband is over there shaking his head because that's gross. All kinds of things are going to build up in this cup, bacteria, and if you leave it long enough, even molds. That's so gross, and that's what you're giving your dog. So I totally don't like the idea for giving these automatic feeders or waterers for your dogs, mainly for that reason, because it's going to harbor a lot of germs and bacteria and grossness that really can ultimately cause your dog illness. So you don't want to do that. Now, for the food feeders, I don't like this for food for a number of reasons. One, because it only gives you the opportunity to feed your dog kibble. And I don't prefer feeding kibble to any animal. However, if kibble is all you can afford to feed to your dog or cat, I still do not recommend these feeders because when you leave the food exposed to air for any period of time, it's going to degrade the value of that food, and especially the essential oils like fish oils and different things of that nature in the food. When you're buying kibble for your pet, if that truly is all you can afford and you want to do the best you can for your pet, and if you have to buy kibble, I recommend buying it in small quantities. Even if you have to go to the store and get another bag every week, well, guess what? There are delivery services, so you don't have to do that anymore. But even if you're getting a small bag delivered to you every week versus a large bag once a month, that's going to be so much more beneficial to your pet, because the quality of the food is not going to have the time to degrade as it does when you buy a large bag of food. Now, if you are buying any size bags of food, even a small bag of food, when you do open it up, the best thing to do is to keep the rest of the food in an airtight container to help keep in the valuable nutrients that your pets really do need. So those are again, we were talking about the cleanliness with the water. The cleanliness, I mean, with the food is the same. If you imagine, we meal feed our dogs. And every time we pick up their bowls and I wash their bowls, I can feel like this slimy grossness on the bowl when I'm washing it. And that's because they've been licking on it. And that's the same thing that's going to happen if you use one of these to feed your dogs, except you're not going to be cleaning it in between every meal. So can you imagine all of the germs and bacteria and grossness that's building up on this? Because how often are you going to wash the kibble one? Even if you say you're going to wash the water one once a week, which to me is not enough, but how often are you going to wash the kibble one? These things are just like breeding bacteria. That's all they're doing. And I really don't recommend them. Please don't use them. And I hope if you are using them and you see this video, it really makes you think about what's sitting in probably your kitchen or wherever it is in your home that you're feeding your dogs. I mean, just think about all the bacteria and the germs that are breeding in these plastic containers. And that's another thing. I really don't recommend using plastic to feed your pets. Plastic is porous, which means that any bacteria and germs that are on the plastic are going to get down into the plastic, and it's going to be very difficult to get them clean. I recommend using metal or glass or even porcelain, as long as it isn't cracked. So that is my Friday rant, guys, and I'm going to remind you again, even though I'm talking about something I don't like right now, to my newsletter subscribers, I sent you out something yesterday that I really did like, and if you're interested in knowing what that is, please PM me your email address and I'll send that right over to you. If you know anybody that uses these things, or even if you want to share this with your friends and family just to make sure that they're not using these automatic feeders, please share this video. If you have any comments, leave them below. I'll be happy to message you if you have any other questions that you would like for me to answer. Also, shoot me a question in the comments below, and maybe my next video will be an answer to your question. So with that, everybody, I'm going to say have a happy weekend, and I will see you next time.